right, guys, a little tip when you're building your Tekno kits. Generally, we include one or two of these shims that go on the outside of the bearings for the diff to actually set the mesh for your center drive shafts. Um, they aren't always needed. In fact, in most cases, at least with the 2.0 line of cars, what we found is that when you build the kit, originally, typically you don't need them. You actually want these gears, this gear, and then the gear on the ring and pinion to have a bit of lash. You don't want it to be fully tight. And we actually have pretty high tolerances on the bulkhead itself. So, the diff's not actually moving back and forth at all. And when I put my fingers on the backside and I move the gears back and forth, there's just a tiny bit of play, which is what you want. You don't want it to be too loose, and you don't want it to be too tight. These are more so for after you've run your car for a while. When you go back and you check that mesh again, if it's starting to loosen up, then you can add a shim. Or if it's getting pretty bad and you don't want to change the bulkhead, you can add two shims. But those aren't always needed when you first build the kit. They're more so just to have, just in case. So don't throw them away if you don't use them. Throw them in the box. Keep them as something that you may need down the road. And don't forget that if you do start to feel that the mesh isn't as tight as you would want, you can always throw those in and give them a try. But you also aren't required to put them in when you're building the kit. At least with the 2.0 platform, we've actually found that most of the time you won't use them, especially with a fresh kit. So just a little bit of a tip and trick for most of the Tekno vehicles. Just make sure you check that. Check the back and forth play. And if you need one, you can use it, but they are by no means required. As always, if you have any questions or you need anything, feel free to hit us up on our social media accounts or hit us up on teknorc.com and use the contact us form. Thank you.